Big news here at the Stumpy Nubs workshop, folks. McNugget laid her 1 millionth egg. That's right, and I believe that's a new record for a shop chicken. Now, before you go calling Guinness, I didn't actually keep an official count. I kind of just estimated as I dug him out of the sawdust and pitched him over at the neighbor's house.
Gangsta style, like Justin Bieber.
But the stash here wanted to do something special to commemorate the occasion. And that's this weekend's project. A lot of people look at Mike and say, anybody with a gorgeous lip caterpillar like that must be a master woodworker. But what you may not know is, it's been years since he's designed and built something from scratch.
I'm a moron.
That's not what I'm saying, at least not right now. Mustache Mike can scroll saw circles around me, and I once saw him turn a highboy entirely on the lathe. But I didn't hire him for his regular woodworking skills any more than I hired Randy for his skill at aiming in the shop bathroom. So it was a little bit of a surprise when he came to me and said he wanted to build a chicken-themed cabinet from scratch in his own shop.
No, not all of us can be woodworking masters like Stumpy. I was building cabinets when he was just a twinkle in a lumberman's eye. I've just chosen to concentrate on a more sophisticated world, that of turning and scrolling. And while my woodworking skills have got a little bit rusty, I could still show old Stumpy a thing or two.
Yeah, we'll see about that, old man. How about you tell us a little bit about your design?
Mrs. Mustache has been nagging me for a potato bin since about the 70s. So it's been getting my attention lately. But since we don't need enough spuds to justify an entire bin, I wanted to make it kind of a multi-purpose. I'm thinking 3 compartments, one for potatoes, one for onions, and one for bread. Yeah, the staples of a real healthy diet.
You eat staples? Does that hurt coming out?
Not if you got mustache power. Now, Mrs. Mustache, she's got this whole country theme going on in our kitchen. So some simple home center pine boards I think would work really nicely.
What you got there? Some edge-glued boards?
Yeah, the carcass is a simple 6-panel construction held together by dados, which I cut on the rotor table.
That looks like a stop dado up there. Suppose you must have forgot to go the rest of the way through, eh?
Nope, I meant to do that. The biggest problem I had was getting the glued up panels to stay flat, especially with all the rain we've been having. So assembly was a challenge. A cabinet like this is kind of like a bookshelf. You've got the 2 sides with dados for each shelf, and it all has to fit together at the same time. Precision is very important. If all the dados aren't the same depth or all the shelves aren't the same length, it's not going to work.
Brad nails, eh? Well, I suppose some people need them if their joinery isn't tight.
Or if they want to reduce clamping time on the glue joints.
Okay, but I bet you forgot to account for the back panel. So you're going to have to slap that on the back and you'll be able to see those little edges from the side, huh? Rookie mistake.
Actually, I cut the rabbets in the sides and made my shelves 1/8 of an inch shallower to account for it. Once the panels are in place, everything squares up and it adds a tremendous amount of strength to the carcass. I feel we really lowered the bar for what constitutes magic when we started using it to describe markers.
I've been spending all my time reading this book about anti-gravity. I just can't seem to put it down.
I went back and forth on what type of top to make. I wanted a cutting board, so I milled up some maple that I stole from Stumpy's shop and I glued it all up. I was pretty happy with the result as far as cutting boards go, but the cabinet itself just wasn't tall enough to use as a cutting board. So in the end, I went with a nice pine top.
What are you doing there, freehanding your roundovers? I like to use my fence on my router table.
Well, they do make guide bearings to guide the board. Stumpy will be happy to know that I did make one mistake. I forgot to cut the hinge mortises before I assembled the cabinet. And it was a real pain to do it afterward because there just wasn't enough room to fit my router in. It took a lot of handwork with a chisel and I still couldn't get the panels perfect.
I knew it. You wouldn't mess the whole thing up, didn't you?
No, this is a country style cabinet. Any errors are nothing more than character. Kind of like all your projects.
So where's the chicken
Well,
feed?
I believe every woodworking project should have something scroll sawn on it. So I took a picture of McNugget and made it into a pattern to cut out for each door face. Regular woodworking, it's fun, but there's nothing like a scroll saw. The hum of the motor, the stroke of the blade, the smell of the dust as material is being moved piece by piece.
Get it. You like your scroll saw. How come you did the same pattern on all 3 doors?
I couldn't get McNugget to pose for more than just one picture. Besides, Mrs. Mustache likes it, and that means I'll be getting all the potatoes and onions I can eat for a long time to come.
She is a gourmet, folks. Well, all in all, I think it came out actually really nice. It's sturdy, functional, looks nice, a great tribute to everybody's favorite shop chicken. And the best part is, I didn't have to do any of the work. So if you folks think that Mustache Mike should get to do more of the weekend projects in his own shop, let us know in the comments below and with a thumbs up. And it would be nice if you'd help us out by encouraging your friends to watch woodworking entertainment at stumpynubs.com. You can post a link on a message board or on your social media, because the more people that watch, the more videos we can make.
And if you want to build this or any of our other weekend projects, just visit stumpynubs.com for a set of plans. You'll also find loads of free woodworking goodness there.
We have been taking a break in order to catch up on some other projects, but now we're ready to start pumping out the videos. So be sure to go over to stumpynubs.com and sign up for the newsletter. You'll get it once a week, and it's going to tell you everything that's new, so you don't miss anything. And that's a good reason to sit back and have yourself a cold one, because you've earned it, my friend.
Ba-ba-dum.